hardcore boxing fans out there, how are you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the voice of hardcore boxing. I'm joined today by Matt. What's your second name, Matt?
Matt White.
Matt White, former fighter, and Nicky Smedley, former fighter at King's Boxing Gym, which is Nicky and his dad's gym on Retford Road in Woodhouse, Sheffield, isn't it? S9, is it, yeah?
Yeah. No, S13.
S13, sorry. And we're joined here today by these two lads here. I'm just going to get their story on here. So I hope you enjoy it. How did you first get into boxing, Nicky? And how old are you now?
35 now.
You're 35 now. When did you get into boxing?
So I was about 10 years old. I started off at a gym called Ronnie Tucker's at Handsworth, which is up the road from here. I'd only been training 2 or 3 weeks, and I had a first amateur fight after that. And then obviously I got stopped in first round because I boxed a kid who had 3 and won 3.
Yeah.
And then I moved from there to Brendan's.
Brendan Ingles?
Yeah. So I went down to Brendan's on a Saturday morning, trained there a couple of times, and then Brendan opened the gym up at Pitworth, and he passed it to Dave Coldwell to run, and he was running this gym for Brendan. And I think what they were doing with subs is splitting it, but then Brendan worked him out, and I think I was only young, so I can't remember. And I think he was robbing Brendan, so eventually Brendan fucked him off.
Oh, Coldwell?
Fucked him off and slung him out.
Did he?
Yeah. I think
what, that the Ingle gym then? The Winkerbank?
Well, I worked at Winkerbank, and then we used to go on Saturday mornings. It'd be every Saturday morning we were going down, then you sort of coming down, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Saturday mornings.
1998.
Yeah. Not I was there in 97, weren't
You were there in 97 or 1998, yeah.
So we're in 97, I was down there. And then Brendan said, look, I've got a gym near you opening up, so do you want to go up there as well? And then come down here and mix it. So we ended up mixing and matching. Sometime at Brendan's, then up at Pitworth.
Alright. That's, and what was gym like?
Which one?
The Brendan's gym, was it alright?
That's a Winkerbank.
Yeah, no, yeah. The other one.
Oh, that one, it was alright, yeah.
Yeah, the Winkerbank one's a good gym, isn't it?
Yeah, I love that.
Were they when you were training here then in 97 at Winkerbank?
At Winkerbank, obviously Ryan Rhodes, Johnny, Junior Whittle, Isham Pickering, Carl Baker, all old school.
Naz?
I think he just left Naz.
Yeah.
I think that
Kel Brook?
Kel was training.
You get on with Kel?
Yeah, his son Kel and his father Terry. But that was back then, do you know what I mean? So.
Well, Dominic there then?
Yeah,
Ingle.
Dominic.
You get on with Dominic?
Yeah. Well, we were kids, weren't we? So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And then there were thousands of kids coming in and out all the time. So, but yeah, that was back then.
And what about you, Matt? How did you get into boxing?
So I got into boxing,
Are you a Sheffield lad?
Sheffield lad, yeah, born and bred. I got into boxing mainly because I can remember watching Lennox Lewis box. I can't remember a guy who was boxing at the time, but we were all over papers. And I watched a documentary on him, and I just thought, I want to do a bit of boxing, like. And I didn't have no confidence, bit of a load at school and that. And I thought, I'm going to get into a bit of boxing, like. So my mum searched around, and she found a gym down Pitworth, in Wales Road, which is obviously where Nicky were at that time. And that's how I got into it through Rail. Met Nicky and Luke and Bradley, become really good friends. Didn't have many friends, like. Confidence was shocking. And
right, what age were you?
I just turned 13.
And when you started at what gym?
Pitworth.
Pitworth?
Yeah, it was the one that Dave Coldwell was running.
Yeah. Oh, I thought he was at Masborough, wasn't it? That's his Masborough now, Rotherham, isn't it?
Yeah, that's his. Is that where he is at now?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how I got into it. 1998.
And obviously you're a trainer now, aren't you? Amateur trainer. You've got your badges and that, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm really thankful, and I've tried really hard. And it's something I want to do. I want to give back to the community. I want to get young people off streets, kids like myself, I want to build them up, you know.
And of course, you're joint training with Quinn Ahmed, aren't you, with Chris?
Yes, I am, yes. We've got some good kids in this gym, some brilliant kids in this gym coming through. And they're all great kids. We're very fortunate. Chris is a phenomenal trainer. I mean, he's trained all the pros and the amateurs. He's got a good CV, Chris. But the way he works with young kids is exceptional.
Yeah.
And I've learned so much from him. And you know, I love boxing, but coaching it better suits me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've come from just being that little kid, starting with no confidence in 1998 to now coaching people, and I'd like to say I'm good at it. I'm a people person, and I just absolutely love watching people grow and excel. And even if it's not in boxing world, Russ, I just love to see them come and get that confidence and move on to better things. And that's what it's about for me.
Yeah.
You know, boxing changes lives, and I love it. And I love this kid. He's brought me on knowing he's been an absolute true loyal friend. And all the way back from 1998 when I started, I don't think I'd be an if it weren't for him, because he kept me going and he kept me involved. So,
did you have problems with depression and things like that, Matt?
Massively, yeah. Massively, yeah. My childhood was a bit unstable through illness with my mum and things, and I didn't have a great time, didn't have many friends. And as I've got older, my illnesses have started to come through a lot more. Yeah, I was diagnosed with bipolar 2 6 years ago. And boxing, yet again, has saved me. It's saved me on a big scale. And yet again, Chris has pulled me out of it.
Yeah.
And now I'm coaching, and yeah, man, it's a beautiful sport, and I'm just so thankful that I've got this sport and I've got a platform to work with Chris and Nicky and everybody and do what I want to do, and that's give back.
Brilliant. And your story's a bit different, because you got into boxing because you were sort of hyper, weren't you, and liked to fight and all that, didn't you, Nicky?
No, I had a fight in Spain with this Moroccan kid, Ben. I fight. I was only 10.
Yeah.
So anyway, I ended up having my fight on beach. I can't remember the full fight, but my dad said I smashed him to bits, and then I went boxing, obviously, up at Ronnie's, and then from that back to Brendan.
And you ended up fighting Amir Khan in ABAs, didn't you?
Yeah, finally ABAs. I boxed Amir Khan in 2002.
We broken foot.
Yeah, stood on my foot.
Who did you do?
Well, basically what it were is we were just up the road from here under an old school in basement, Chris's gym, Steel City. We were sparring. I think that was the time when Grant Smith and Dalton actually walked in the baddies, didn't they? Yeah, I remember Grant walking in and there were little Dalton, little young kid, and Javan and Chelsea and the Grant that they walked in. And bit roundabout anyway, so we were sparring, he's sparring, getting ready. He's going to be fighting Khan and that.
I think he had 96 fights, won 92 or something like that.
Who did?
Khan,
yeah.
And then I only had 9.
Yeah.
I only had 9 amateur fights in one
And a
season.
broken foot, because
Yeah.
I jumped back, so as he
Were he
sparred,
fast?
no.
Were he?
Yeah.
As fast as me, weren't he?
Well, he blocked me a broken foot, so I jumped back, broke his foot, heard a squeal.
You get on alright with Amir, don't you, as well?
Yeah, he's sound. Do you know what? Him, Kel, I get on with him and they're alright.
Think they'll fight? No. So what do you think all this Hawking fight around to TV comes? Do you think they're just pissing it wind?
Yeah, it's just messing about, isn't it? Fucking
Yeah.
about.
Hey?
Oh, they're just fucking about with it, aren't they? If they're going to fight, get it signed. Instead of messing about.
Just get it done.
Arguing over money.
Yeah.
That's what it's about now, mate. It's not about fans, it's about money. And it's money.
What did you end up winning then, Nicky and Matt, as amateurs? What?
Well, I boxed Corning final at ABAs, and then I ended up winning it after, and then I got silver at 4 Nations. Then after that, turned pro.
What about you, Matt?
To be fair, in amateur, I didn't really do that much. I did boxing amateurs, but I was just gym all the time, just sparring away, sparring this and that. I used to spar with Nicky and spar with different people. I can remember going to Dennis to spar with Femi Fenitola. Remember Femi?
Femi, yeah, yes. We went to Jersey with him, didn't I?
I liked Femi. I did like Femi.
Did you fight Femi?
No, I used to spar with him all the time.
Yeah.
Nice kid, Femi.
Yeah, he's alright, Femi.
Lovely kid. Yes, I was more sparring, popping about with these. Do you know, because I was a nervous kid myself, you know, in amateurs, it was too much pressure for me that I couldn't control nerves before. And I just said to Chris, look, I said, I'm more comfortable just going around sparring and training. I said, because I've always suffered with my nerves and that, I was like...
Wasn't he 9 stone, Femi? About 9 stone.
I think he was, yeah, one of you, yeah.
Yeah, a lot
Super
like
feather, wasn't he?
Yeah, about 9.5, isn't it that?
Oh no, so...
About 9.5.
9 3 it was. I don't know, 9
Yeah,
stone.
I think you're about half a stone lighter than me.
Yeah.
But I didn't end up fighting him because you were Simon Dennis, weren't
You were with Dennis all the way through, weren't
you? Yeah. But I was at ringside when he got knocked out.
Didn't you fight in Vegas, Nicky?
Fuck about it. Ricky Hatton and that. So I got to weighing. I was bang on 10 stone. Moroccan stood on scales, about 13.5 stone.
Never.
You were. So I got pissed off me, I walked off and that. And then Dennis and Richard Poxon come up to me saying, please just fight him. Please, just fight him, just fill a spot in. So I ended up fucking boxing him as an exhibition bout, which was shit.
At end at night?
Yeah, shit. Ended up walking away with 400 quid.
400 quid?
That's
wow.
it.
So you got 400 quid to fight in Vegas in an exhibition, but you thought you were fighting in a proper registered bout?
Yeah.
Sanctioned bout?
Yeah.
So you obviously...
He's meant to come in at 10 stone.
So you were disappointed then?
Yeah, and I was bang on weight.
Didn't you suss out when you were looking at the kid before they got on scales that he looks a bit big?
Do you know what we were doing? He was like, he put his arms up, he took all his clothes off, and then he walked up scales with his arms up like that and breathing in. And I thought, what's he doing?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Breathing, sucking all his gut in and that, and he was just stood like that, and then he walked back off like that, and then put his clothes on.
So what did you say?
I was just pissed off, and then they were begging me, so I just went, alright, I'll box him on an exhibition.
Did you fight in Ireland as well?
I
Get paid well?
Yeah, well, I'll talk about this on another
pod, alright then. Okay, what about you, Matt? How did your pro career go? Who were your trainer?
I never turned pro, mate.
Oh, you never turned pro?
No, like I say, I was doing amateurs with Chris.
Did anything put you off turning pro?
It's just a nasty game, Russ.
Yeah.
And I'm not the type of kid that can deal with stuff like that very well, to be honest. Yeah. And like I say, with just the nerves, just the pre-nerves, that's not my thing, mate. Just with me as a self, I mean, in a person. It's not me. I just love the boxing game. I love to be in it, and you know, I found my place, which is coaching. But you know, I've sparred with some good people. But just the fight thing weren't for me. I like to be on that side of the ropes, to be honest, when it comes to that type of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I found my place, and I hope I do well in it.
Who's the best person you lads have sparred?
I'm next to the best person I've ever sparred.
You were 16-1 in your career when you retired, weren't you, Nicky?
Yeah. Best person I've sparred? I don't know, I've sparred a lot of people, haven't I?
What, around here?
Just everywhere, from gyms, everywhere around UK.
Who were best technician?
No, I can't even remember.
No?
There's been that many.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I've sparred with that many people. Personal, I think Dean Piffy, remember him?
Dean Pitt.
Is it Dean Piffy or something like
Pitney
that?
or something like that.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah.
Well, I was only a babbing. He threw it over and right once and it just wobbled me.
Did he?
Yeah, I was only about 14.
You were sparring with a lot of older people. weren't you?
Well, they were bringing them in to spar.
I can remember going to a few places and I'm like, these people, he was only a young lad and you know, he was sparring with pros, you know. And
yeah. I think that's the only person who wobbled me in sparring, you know, when I was a kid. But I have sparred with some good people.
We sparred Kel?
Yeah, only to body.
Yeah, body sparring at Ingalls.
Yeah, but Pitworth he come up. I remember him coming up there.
Sparred Ryan Rhodes?
Yeah, I sparred with Ryan.
Ryan good spar, yeah?
Yeah, we used to hit him in face as kids, didn't we? We used to swing all over, but yeah, I sparred with Ryan.
Junior Witter?
Yeah, I sparred with Junior. But like I said, we were kids then. They were adults, you know what I mean? So it was just, yeah, I sparred with them.
And who trained you as amateurs then?
So, obviously we used to mix and match with Brendan and then we were at Coldwell's.
Yeah.
Well, it were Brendan's, but it got called Coldwell's, didn't it? So we were there then. So then we got registered we were still registered under Brendan's unit. So we were Unity Amateur Boxing Club. But we were training with Coldwell. I was there for about 6 to 10 months and then Matt come along. So that's where we were with Coldwell's.
And did you have a relationship with Coldwell now?
No, not now. No.
Why not?
I don't think I ever had a relationship with him. I just think that I was just there because Nicky and Luke and that were really good friends. So I didn't have good experiences with Dave.
No? Alright, anything you want to share with us?
Well, obviously I come to gym 1998 and didn't have no confidence in that. Got bullied a bit and stuff. And it was just horrible to me, to be fair.
What, training at Coldwell?
Yeah, he were
a cunt.
He were a bully.
Right, so what happened is, right, we started training there 6 to 12 months. This is when my dad started as well. Because my dad used to go down at Brendan's Saturday mornings, take kids on pads, learning how to do pads, and then we were up at Coldwell's on pads. My dad started training us on pads then. So this is where amateur career started. Got signed up. I didn't want to box because my confidence had been knocked, so I started back boxing at 15. I was training, but then I had my first fight back at 15. I knocked it out in 30 seconds. And that was my first fight back after 3 losses. So then I boxed this kid, I think I was in Barnes or something like that, and I think I knocked him out in 30 seconds. So then my confidence was back, and then I was back on a roll then. Started boxing, and then at weekend we'd start, Dave, because it got close to us and it got close to my dad, we started stopping at his house at weekends.
Whose house? Coldwell?
Yeah, started sleeping there.
Who else stopped there?
There were me, Matt.
And how old were you then?
I was about 11, 12, 1997. There were me, Matt, Bradley, my brother Luke, Jordan Wild, and I think Steve Lax.
What, 6 or 7 of you stopping in his house?
Yeah, and we're only baddies. Bradley was 7.
I'm on the deck, you with her though.
Yeah, I was 11 or 12, we were 13. My brother was 10. Jordan was the same age as me, about 12. And Steve were as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got an invite if it weren't for you.
I know.
So he wants to take me
So we started stopping at weekends and watching boxing. My dad used to come, Alex Badger as well, he used to come.
He never stopped though, did he?
No, he never stopped. When boxing went off, he went home, and we carried on sleeping there. And then what happened, he started inviting us over for weekends, but his house was boiling, weren't it? He used to put the radiators on, didn't he? Like summer and all.
Like a sauna.
So, obviously, when you're hot, you're like, okay, we open windows, it's fucking red hot in here. He'd say, no, if you're that hot, take your clothes off.
Never!
Bombing about in pants.
Yeah, we all had pants on, we did.
Bombing about
and
in
then,
pants.
well, boxer shorts.
Yeah.
So anyway, we started shopping at weekends. And there were me, obviously Art Bradley, didn't we? We used to have a laugh though, we did.
Yeah, we did.
We used to have a laugh, and but obviously we've talked about it for years, but people will confirm it anyway. Alex had confirmed that we used to stop, wouldn't it? Jordan would, Art Bradley would, if you were there, but he's banged up.
So, hang on a minute, so we've got is it England Boxing who gives you a licence to be an amateur trainer?
Yes, so obviously this was quite a long time ago, but yeah, you do get like your coach's licence, but a hell of a lot of legislation's changed since then, legally.
So, is that ethical then, a coach?
Oh, you get stuck off.
Underage kids stopping at his house?
No. Well, so anyway, this
No, it's not. No, it's not.
But there weren't no safeguarding back then, were there?
No.
And we weren't looking at it as, because we were kids, we thought he was his friend.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We were just babbies, and my dad trusted him, because we'd been here about a year, and he got close to my dad, and we were training kids with my dad. So that's how we got into like stopping at his house. So we were stopping at his house, we used to sleep in back bedroom, there were him and his missus there.
You have a missus, yeah?
Yeah.
Who was with her?
No, somebody else.
What was she like?
I don't want to name her, like, it's not right on it.
Alright, yeah.
So we used to just stop every weekend, and we used to say, why can't we open windows? And he'd say, I'm nesh, I'm cold. So, but he'd be in his boxer shorts and all, wouldn't he?
Never!
So, but we used to sleep in back bedroom, on airbed, and he used to say, look, get in the shower. So we used to have a shower and that.
Eating, shower, boiling.
That's what I mean. We used to have a shower and that. And we'd get out of the shower, put his clothes back on, because obviously you're a bit cold when you get out of the shower. And then it would get hot again, so we'd have to take his clothes back off. And then we'd end up play fighting with him and stuff like that. You know, all in his boxer shorts, weren't we? Just play fighting in his boxer.
Living room and that. You were airbed, didn't you?
We were on airbeds and that in his back bedroom. And then, like at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, they'd go in the bathroom, because we'd be in back bedroom, the bathroom would be next to us. They'd get this long stick and start tapping out windows and that, and start scaring us, so 3 in the morning and stuff like that. And then it was weird.
Start what? Stop tapping on. Who be tapping out window?
Coldwell.
On what, your bedroom window?
No, he were in the bathroom.
Oh,
He'd
yeah.
open the bathroom window, and we were in the bedroom next to the bathroom, and he'd be tapping this stick out window and doing stuff like
On
that.
your bedroom window?
Yeah, when we were asleep, to wake us up and shit us up and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it was fucking weird, weren't it? And it was, obviously back then we don't know, and he's play fighting with us, we're all in his boxer shorts, we're just play fighting, but we don't know if that fucking turned him on or anything like that, do you know what I mean? He never touched us.
Yeah, he never touched us. But do you know, as you get older, there's certain behaviours and you think, yeah, that would be strange. Because, I mean, I wouldn't want to do that as a person. Even if I weren't in boxing, I wouldn't be inviting people. And I certainly wouldn't have them in their pants. But the thing is, for me, is obviously as a coach, if you did something like that nowadays, the bigger questions.
It'd be all the newspapers nowadays, wouldn't it?
But the thing is, it will as you get older, I mean, we spoke about this many years, haven't we? Many years, and people will be like, why are they saying it now? Yeah, we've always spoke about it. When we spoke to people about it and stuff, we've said, can you remember this, can you remember that, can you remember doing it? And
You put it to the back of your mind and that?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? We didn't.
Because you're kids, aren't you, I
Yeah,
suppose?
we're just kids and
all I wanted with it.
it's like I've got messages now on my phone from Jordan, and I said, can you remember when we used to do that? He said, yeah, but his bird were fit though, weren't you? That's what he said to me.
Who's Coldwell?
Did she show you her finger?
Well, me and Luke was Saturday, and
I can remember you saying next day.
she pulled down the trousers, said, look at me tail next to a fucking fanny.
You're joking, mate.
How old are you?
12.
But I can remember him saying that to me. I don't know if it was
Are you 10 or
the day after, or a few days after, and obviously I was like, she was a good looking bird, and I went, did she?
Yeah, face on.
And I had face, obviously I had face on, but it's just not right, is it? But the thing is, like, there were just things that weren't right. When you asked me at the beginning, what were my experience like? I ended up going down this road. What the experience when I first started boxing with him, as you originally asked him question, is it was horrible because he was bullying.
Yeah.
Do you know, if in gym, this is how it'd be. If he didn't like something, there were some travellers in, good friends of ours, Paddy and Bernie. What he'd do, we had 8-ounce gloves, because we were only little, weren't we? And after 12 months, I don't know if you've ever opened a pair up, them 8-ounce ones, they've got like horse hair in or something.
Yeah.
And after 12 months, they'd go like bricks, because we used to sweat and promote radiator to dry out. And then, after about 12 months, they turned into like solid bricks, and he knew this, and he'd to put your 8-ounce on. And then what we used to do is get in the ring and hit him in face. Hit the adults in face, it's a fucking smash him to bits.
Did it with
when he was tying his lace.
That?
So obviously we're just going with what a trainer's saying. So obviously we're just getting in the ring and smashing these blokes to bits. And this one kid, Steve Barnes, he trained me from my last fight, Steve. Coldwell said, get in the ring and smash him to bits. And I ended up smashing him, smashing his teeth out. You know, back then. And they'll confirm that as well.
I can remember because I had my little 8-ounce BBs that I got from Sug Sport when I first started, and when I first come, they went, "Oh, you need to get bigger ones than that." And I can remember you saying to me, "Oh, Dave wants us to put his little ones on." So I put my little ones on, and I can remember it was beating Alex up that time because he didn't like Alex.
Yeah. Yeah, because Alex went to school with his missus, so he didn't like her.
Cut Alex under his eye.
Yeah, that's why, because Alex Badger went to school with his ex-missus, and I think that they must have, like,
he would have
I don't know if they fancied each other.
He was just a bully. The way he talked to people.
He tried it with Gwyn Whale, didn't he?
No, he didn't.
Gwyn nutted him, didn't he?
Yeah, so we were in gym, what he called concrete canvas at Hyde Park, and he's sparring with Jordan. Him who stopped at Coldwell's house, Jordan Wild, and Quinn's going a bit heavy with him.
Gwyn Whale, yeah?
Yeah, we're a lot heavier and bigger. So Coldwell says, fucking calm it down, you prick. So Gwyn just turned to him, looked to him, he grabbed hold of the rope and just went, you what, you bastard, and just went, bang, stuck nut on him, smashed him, wobbled, he fell to the floor, side of the ring, cut all his nose, Coldwell, and everyone were holding his nose like that. Obviously, he just smashed him to bits.
Broke his nose, didn't he?
He did summit, and there was blood all over. And then next minute, everyone's running at that Gwyn. Everyone in the gym's running at him. Do you know, lads will train, so he just nutted him. And then it just went tits up, didn't it? Weren't you there then?
I was there, but I weren't in that gym that day.
You weren't there that
day. The thing is, it was just the way he spoke to people. I mean, don't forget, I was a young kid, me. I was 30. You know, I was a bit. Confidence weren't very good. The bullying and the way he used to speak to kids.
And what happened with people running all over the gym? Were they outnumbered? Gwyn, were his dad, mate?
Yeah, mate, and Josh were there. I think Josh was there anyway. Obviously, I was still. I think I was 13, 14 then. I was about 13 or 14 at that time, and then it all calmed down after that, and I don't know what else happened after that. My memory's gone after that, you know, it's gone blank.
They were all a mad melee, were it?
Yeah, well, shouldn't have sport that, should they?
I bet Gwyn were windmilling at a few people, wasn't he?
Honestly, I can't remember.
You know what Gwyn's like though? He's got a great short temper, hasn't he?
That's what I mean. So let me grab this for 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but I like Gwyn.
Yeah.
I do like him.
Well, he don't put in a nonsense, does he, Gwyn? Do you remember when he fought Steffi Bullen got robbed at Donny Dome?
I can't now.
Gwyn got robbed on points. He got royally shafted, yeah. Steffi went on back foot, didn't he? But he fought there loads of times, didn't he, Steffi? He had Donny Dome in his pocket, didn't he? But yeah, that was Gwyn's last fight, wasn't it, that?
Was it?
Yeah, big puncher.
I've seen him for a long time, Gwyn, and
he's alright, Gwyn. He's done well for his son. They're doing well over there, Josh and them. They've got a kitchen and haven't they, cafe thing.
Are they?
They're doing well, like, yeah.
So that looks nice, Jim.
Yeah. So you've got no relationship with Coldwell whatsoever. You've got a message for Coldwell now.
Well, yeah, if I see him, I'm going to give it him.
Are you?
That's my fucking message to him. I'm going to give it him.
You're a bit more diplomatic, aren't you, Matt?
Yeah, my message to Dave is, when I come to that gym, when I was younger, do you think it's acceptable as a coach when someone's looking up to you to talk to them like a piece of crap to make them feel worthless when they're trying to build themselves up, to encourage bullying towards other people in gym that were young or older that you didn't like, I'd like to ask you, do you think that's acceptable? Also, I'd like to ask you, why did you feel it was necessary? This is just one thing that's always stuck in my mind, that in June 2000, when you boxed with Sane and you got TKO, this one Mike Tyson show, I think Mike boxed Luke Tavares, and I come up to you, because we got in the arena just before anyone got in, and you'd already been TKO'd, and I come up and I said, are you alright, Dave? And you went, what do you think, you fucking little pig, get out of my fucking face? Do you think that's acceptable? I know, a young kid. And I also want to ask you, would you be happy if you've got your own children or whatever, and they come home and they say, oh, I've been at my coach's house and his dad's in his pants? It's not acceptable behaviour, is it?
No, it's not good.
So that's what I'd said to you. I'd said,
you do know, lads, when this video goes out, that it's gonna, you know that, don't you? Are you bothered about that now?
Well, we've been telling people this
Well,
for
we're
years.
not lying.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? Well, why? It's not something.
We've been telling
It's not
people for
hidden.
years.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not hidden. It's not. We've
I know, I
always
never
talked-
said you were, never said you
No,
were.
we've always talked about it, but
Yeah.
it's not hidden.
It's not something you wanted to share, really,
There's
is
never
it?
been a platform.
It's never even. It's not touched just sexual.
So
Don't you think you were mature enough to talk about it back then, or on the camera?
We were just kids, lads, weren't we? We were just boys, and we just thought we were just boys things because we were fighting each other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
But,
yeah.
but we don't know. Now this safeguarding, that's all in. It's all changed, hasn't it?
One thing we can say is Dave never touched us
Yeah.
in any way that's like inappropriate.
Yeah.
But
He did used to play foul with his own
Yeah.
kids, didn't he? Well, with his boxers.
What, in his boxers?
But
or?
we don't know if he.
But-
We don't know if it were fantasising or that, though, do we? We don't know.
well, I'd like to think not. But for me mainly, it was his manipulative bullying behaviour towards people in gym and young people. That's mental. That's mental stuff, that, and that don't do people any good. So yeah, it's in harm. Bullying is harm, and treating people like crap. Having young boxers stop
Oh,
around the
another
house in
thing,
boxer
another
shorts,
thing.
that's another thing. But
He went into his kitchen. Well, his kitchen and his living room were all open. It was like an open kitchen, weren't it? So he's pulled all these boxes of tablets out and he said, son, you're going to be having these. He started necking them. I don't know what they were though. They were just boxes. They had no labels on. I remember them.
Tablets.
Yeah,
that was it.
12.
Wow. Imagine me saying to someone that come to my house, 12-year-old, and they've been house saying.
I don't know what tablets. They might have been vitamins. I don't know what they were. You know what I mean?
Let's be right. In today's society, if I had young kids around my house and I says to them,
Be locked up.
if I'm not turning eating off, take your trousers and your tops and t-shirts off if you're hot enough.
And let's have a roll around in our underpants.
what would happen? Something would be going seriously wrong. I mean, this was many years ago, but still, even without that, if I were bullying people like he did and talking to them like dirt, I mean, imagine me saying to a flipping young kid, mate, put these gloves on and go and smash him up. That's an abuse of power, that.
Yeah.
That is an abuse of power, that.
It's not ethical, I don't think. Nowadays, I don't know back then. I mean, are we a snowflake generation now where we have to analyse everything? And maybe you were trying to toughen you up, and I don't know.
Well, we don't know, do we?
I mean, they might turn around and say, "Oh, put eating on because they do it in Cronk Gym. You've got to get used to eat and all that kind of thing, and training in it." They could come. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
We've talked about this years and years and years, haven't we? It's like we've always said to people, we said, oh, I used to have this bit, it's like, oh, doing this bit. I've told everyone how I bullied and how I manipulated and
And Brendan said, so when Brendan kicked him out of gym, out of the Pitworth gym, Brendan phoned my dad up and says, can you come and pick me up? So my dad went and picked Brendan up and we were driving, he said, bring Nicky and Luke with you. So we were in back of car, we were driving around Sheffield for about 2 hours. Then he ended up coming to his house, Brendan. He sat down and went, look, he went, I'm kicking him out of this gym. I want you, Chris, to join me at Margin, not think about. He says, I'll buy you a car and that, a new car. Just join us. This is what Brendan said. He says, don't go in, it's a snake, I'll stab you in the back. So obviously, my dad being loyal, says, look Brendan, he says, I like you and that, he says, but I'm being loyal, he says, I've been with him for the last 12 months. I've been in his gym training kids, so he says, I'm going to be loyal, so they shook hands, my dad shook hands with Brendan, and obviously, we were in Dad's concrete canvas, and that's where we ended up, innit? So, but I'm gutted, we took the wrong path.
He was amazing, man.
We took the wrong path, we should have stayed at Brendan's.
What an amazing man he were.
Brendan Ingram.
And I ended
a
up
legend, you know, and Killer, who's still there now.
Killer Khan.
Yeah, I love him to bits.
He's great.
You know what I mean? Killer's down there. I ain't seen him for a bit.
I had it stuck in game, you know, because I was so close with you. So
yeah,
that's. I would have gone. If it weren't for you, I would have gone. If it weren't for you, I would have gone. After the first 2 weeks of meeting that man in that gym with where he spoke to me, I would have gone.
Yeah.
But I stayed because I thought they're my friends, and I didn't have many friends, and you really took me in. But I would have gone. I wouldn't have stayed. Boom.
Well, he'll get his opportunity to come on Porky's Corner.
Let him speak because
Let him come on. In fact,
can't we just have a meeting? I can knock him out.
In fact, let do you know,
can't just meet him so I can just flatten him.
Listen, I'm open to this.
Like a tomato.
I'm open to this. You know, in a neutral place, I'm open to sitting at a table.
Yeah, I can't sit with him. I'll be honest with you.
Well, I'll sit with him and I'll say,
sit with him
and I'll say, can you explain to me why you thought treating me like that was acceptable?
Yeah.
Did me no good. No,
he won't want to face that because he's got a public image now, hasn't he? And people can turn around and say, I'm trying to rinse him because I'm mates with you and affiliated with his gym and that. I just like boxing stories, and this is yours too story.
Well, I just made it up.
I know, yeah, and there's other people.
I'll be saying, so what are they saying that for?
Well, there's Luke to come on, and Jordan, they're welcome on in, or anybody else who's got any boxing stories. If you want to get out off your chest, come on here, because I don't care about anybody's opinion, only my own. Yeah. That's it, and people who are around me. If people don't like my channel, there's a red button at the top of your remote, just press it and don't watch.
That's it.
But this is real life story.
This is truth.
This is not Trish Dixon tickling people's arseholes with feathers. This is real boxing stories.
Well, what I learnt from you, Dave Coldwell, is how not to behave.
How not to be a coach.
Terrible. Yeah. Terrible. Amateur coach, terrible.
But we were his favourites. We were his favourites in gym, so he weren't like that with us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I would tag along because you took me in.
We were his mates, so he had to put up with him.
Terrible.
You know
I've learned to be opposite of what you were. Terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible man. The what you put people through. The bullying that you got to put people through.
There was this lad, right, who'd come. He had a stump here, we called him Stumpy Ray. Yeah. And he was called Paul.
And he could ride a bike.
Yeah, he could ride a motorbike and everything with his little stump. So he'd come and he'd put boxing gloves on. And obviously, he used to give people dead arms, didn't he? Because he had a stump. So, because he was giving people dead arms, Coldwell said to me, look, put them 8 ounce on, what a rock hard, smash him to bits. So I ended up doing that.
Never come back, did he?
Never come back after that.
Did he?
No.
This was someone with disability and all.
Oh, Stumpy going around breaking people's arms.
I'm telling you, he could punch and all, but never come back after that. Yet again, Dave.
He could write a book.
Yet again, Dave strikes again, bully.
Yeah.
Manipulative, very manipulative. You know what? He's like a chameleon. He can change his colour to suit his environment, and as soon as he's done with you, he'll burn. And you know, I'd like to think he's changed, but leopards don't change to spots, do they?
No.
And for him to be able to treat young people like that and do what he did in an amateur gym, that says a lot about someone's character. Because when it's young people are involved, what you want to do is build them up and make them feel good about themselves. Right?
So how are you doing now with boxing? You've got this gym here. There's a lot of money every month, isn't it? And
well, it's these who are running it.
Yeah.
It's doing great, mate.
It's not a cheap gym, is it? But you've made it nice, haven't you?
Yeah, it's all run by volunteers. Run by volunteers. See,
Loyalty.
Loyalty, and that's why it's successful, because it's loyalty and run by volunteers, and everything that comes through the door goes out to pay bills. A lot of time and effort goes in through some great people and community have got behind us. And it's all for amateur boxers to come through, and it's about changing lives. And it's doing great. I mean, there's some fantastic talent in this gym.
Yeah.
And you know, it won't happen without volunteers. You've got to do it for love.
Can I just ask you a question, Paul?
Yeah, you can ask me anything you want.
What would you think if we were to take kids on between 7 and 13-year-old, a group, 5 of them, to my house,
Yeah.
all in boxer shorts, play fighting with a trainer in his boxer shorts?
I'd say, what are you fucking doing? You
Yeah.
can't do things like that nowadays. I don't know if you could then. I'm not even sure you could then if it's ethical. But I'd say, what are you doing? That's a bit fucking. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say anybody's name, but I know boxers who've got pro license that were letting people live in their house at 15-year-old
Yeah.
in my area. And you know what I'm on about. I'm not going to say his name on here, but I don't think out like that's right.
No.
I don't think. I think it's. You don't know what's in that person's mind. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what it's leading to down the line.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's good. If Dave Coldwell's got a problem with this video, come and see me, Dave, or come on channel and get your point across.
Yeah.
But this video is going out. So get ready, mate.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So
Just a bit weird, isn't it?
it's strange behaviour, and obviously he's going to get hammered on social media now, and quite rightly so, but let's get the point across. He's not touched anybody that we know of.
He never touched us in that way.
No.
You know what I mean?
So we can't say that, but I don't think.
It's just inappropriate behaviour, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think it's good, but that's what he's done, innit? And it's done now. And listen, stuff like that always comes back to bite you in arse. Always comes. And I always said, when that ice breaks underneath you, Dave Coldwell, I'm going to be underneath it, waiting for you.
But I want to ask him, that's what I'll say, why did you think it was nice to treat him?
Yeah, it's not good. And obviously it's star at gym now. Who's the star now? The up and coming kid? Quinn Ahmed.
Yeah.
That's who we backing it.
Quinn and Ivan's strong lad, isn't he?
Very strong guy.
Don't they fight October 9th in Morley?
Yes.
Amateur?
No, October.
October.
Yeah.
October 9th in Morley they fight. That'll be a good show.
Should see some young kids they've got. Some young kids though. Wow. I mean, it's exciting time, Russ.
Yeah.
And do you know, if they stick at it,
Yeah.
wow. And I mean, Quinn's great. Ivan's really strong. Only 16, Ivan, and it's exciting times.
Quinn fighting in his Porky's Corner colours.
Yeah. Listen, I'm telling you, Quinn's gonna go far, and Ivan's gonna go far.
He did well sparring that Conor Malpaz, didn't he, in here?
Yeah.
Hey, big light heavyweight against a lightweight.
Did very well.
Did rate well,
He's
didn't
been
he?
sparring all over Quinn.
He's been sparring in Leeds with a 9-0 kid, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has, yeah. I spoke to
Billy,
Quinn.
what's he called? I forgot his second name now. Is it 9-0 pro?
Where's Chris? We need Chris here.
But he's doing well here, Chris, isn't he? He's started again, and I hope he stick it out, because you built Steel City Gym up, didn't you?
We did, yeah, and then obviously handed it over to
Can't go road from here, eh?
so Grant's running it now. He's successful now. He's
Yeah.
doing well, Grant, with Dalton and that. He's got-
Dalton Smith, yeah.
Yeah, with his son Dalton.
Grant
yeah.
has done well.
They are doing well.
Yeah, they are doing well.
And they've got them over. Have they got them brothers?
Edwards.
They've got them, haven't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got.
You like them, don't you, Nicky?
Well, I don't know what their problem is with me. Do you know what I mean? I don't even know them. You know what I mean?
I'm sure if you and Sonny bumped into each other, that would be exciting, wouldn't it, Nicky?
Well, I probably won't see him. He's that small.
It's Twitter Sunny, don't I?
You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know what the problem is, but yeah, he's done well, Grant. And one last thing, Coldwell, when I see you, I'm just going to give it you.
There you
That's
go.
it. So,
All right then. Well, listen. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on, Matt.
Cheers, pal.
Top lads. Yeah, that's Nicky Smedler's promotional company. He does white collar and puts. I think he's got Frank Bruno coming on the show and some other stuff that he does. move this mirror back. Woodhouse Boxing Club, Sheffield. Spec building, joinery. Running machines. Who's that good looking fella? Power. I carry power. Ali's up there, look at Ali, he's popular in here, isn't he? What a great person. Muhammad Ali, that's Matt's body spa bag. Got all this neon light in here, that's good. I think that's Nikki, is that Nikki's England vest? Yeah. All certificates. All people of all creed are welcome in here, any race. Even people from Manitoba welcome. I'm joking. I can't stop whacking these. It's fantastic. I really enjoyed it here today. I'll get this video out later. Get it premiered the weekend or maybe Friday, Thursday or something. Well, I don't really know what I can say to that. Powerful stuff, that. There's more to come as well from other boxers as well who all had a weekend or quite a number of weekends at Penfolds. I suppose I can ask myself this question: are you trying to ruin somebody's reputation? No, it's a boxing story, isn't it? These lads, 2 lads I've spoke to there, and there's some more coming on channel, but we're going to say simply what they said. We stopped at Dave's and you heard what they said, didn't you? I don't think that's right. It might encourage somebody to come forward and say, here, this happened, that happened. I don't know where it's gonna go, but this is how I look at it. That's not good. I've gone wrong way. I've gone wrong way. So look now, I'll go this way. I don't think it's good at all. I think it's, I don't know. It's just not good for a trainer to have people staying at your house full stop. Forget everything else that was said there. Girlfriends showing whatever's down below and stuff like that. Oh, I've got a tattoo here and all that. I mean, to underage lads, that's not good, is it? I don't know what all that's about. If I had a bird at my house for a weekend, do you think I want a load of amateur boxers there running riot? Eh? And especially in their underpants and having a wrestle about with them in my underpants. I know what I think about it all, but my hands are tied about how I have to word this, because I've probably got another meeting with somebody tomorrow regarding this, about what we can and can't put out. But I know what I think about it all, and I know what the boxing community will think about it. But if anybody else has got any interesting stories or anything they want to get off the chest or anything that they're frightened about, don't you be frightened of anything. Don't carry it around with yourself. You'll come and speak to your Uncle Porky, because none of these people bother me. None of them bother me. None. So you'll come and speak to me if you want to get out there, and we'll do it properly. Never mind all this people saying, oh, we've heard this, we've heard that. Let people speak. Let people speak and say the bit instead of innuendo or people leading people down garden paths. Let's have some truth spoke, alright, instead of rubbish spoke, alright. So as I bring this to a close, I'm going to take this over to West Yorkshire now. I'm just going to take Chip out my camera, I'm going to take it to Tech Guy's house. I want him to get on this straight away, this and Weapon of the Week. And I think it's been a productive day. 11:10. I take my dog now over at Wood and then go get some proper graft done that pays bills. Look as this don't pay bills, does it? Alright, so Dave Coldwell, message to you. If you're unhappy about anything that's been spoke about, you're more than welcome to come on my channel or come and face them lads in that gym. Fetch whoever you want with you and come and face them, and they'll ask, you've heard what they've asked you, if you've got nothing to hide. Nobody's saying you've done out, it's what they've seen in it, and it's not good, is it? I don't think, but it's one of them things, isn't it? You know, this is just tip of iceberg. I just hope my channel ain't going to go down a dark route now with people coming out and saying stuff. I hope that boxing's a good sport and there ain't no bad people in it, and I hope that that's all it were, isolated incidents of people stopping at people's houses. But like I said, it's not good. I can't imagine Glyn Rhodes having people stopping at his house or other people I know. Mick Whale, Josh Whale wouldn't be having kids stop at their houses. It's not right, is it? So Clinton Woods won't do it. I'd like to think that a lot of people won't do it, but you did, didn't you, Dave? So alright, don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video, and the more people we share it to, more people might feel that they can come out and speak on my channel, because no IFL are not going to let you speak about things like this. Boxing Social aren't. So what I'm doing takes balls, alright, takes balls, and like I've just said there, I'm pretty fearless. I'm not really bothered anybody, alright. Peace out. Dave Coldwell. Don't have nightmares tonight. You'll not be able to sleep tonight, will you?